chemistry by the end of it, tune in. It's instead of a break. So please look around, spot a seat that you might want to move to. Okay, and then can I just invite you all to stand? Anyone would like to move to down the spot, please do. Okay, so please take a seat. And if you can, make sure you can see the screen. Okay, thank you very much. Thank you very much. So look, they say that if you want to get noticed, launch something. It's certainly a strategy that's worked in North Korea. And today, ICW, very proud to say, we're launching this insight paper. And what I'm going to take you through over the next 35 minutes or so is what is it? Why is it important? How can we get to the answers? What questions are we answering? And why is it worth your time taking a seat of it and reading it? So, collaborative leadership. Those of you that are familiar with the ICW model on sustained collaborative leadership will recognise the pictogram there in the top right. It's a very interesting model. It's actually got a lot of depth to it, although it looks quite simple when you first look at it. One of the key components of sustained collaborative working is collaborative leadership. And I'd like you to take a note, because there's an inference here that will be relevant to go through, which is that collaborative leadership is at the top of the pyramid. And it infers something by being at the top there. Interesting what it infers and how you interpret that. We'll come to that. So, what we wanted to do, the purpose of actually producing an insight paper and studying this topic, was to actually come to a sustainable, industry acceptable definition and provide clarity as to what collaborative leadership is. There's been a subject of lots of conversation. What is collaborative leadership? Why is it important? Is it the domain of senior leaders and executives? What are the characteristics and attributes of collaborative leadership? Who do you know that instantly fits the bill? Where are your competencies in that journey, in that development of being a collaborative leader? We wanted to actually put ICW front and centre and actually increase the body of knowledge for ICW in terms of its thought leadership and its positioning as a leader in these kind of debates and a definer of these kind of terms. And ultimately we want to strengthen the industry's capability to support ICW strategic objectives. So for us it was about defining collaborative leadership, raising awareness through this event and subsequent events. Looking at ICW's existing offering, there was an aspiration to actually be a critical friend of ICW, and look at its learning and development offering, and see how it reconciled to the thinking of the special interest group. We wanted to then go on to make some recommendations based on our thoughts and our outputs. And actually put those recommendations for ICW and the members to stimulate thinking, inform the direction of travel, and drive some debate. So that's the purpose of the objectives. Who came together to look at this issue? Well, it's very flattering to say that 9 subject matter experts were brought together. I'm going to tell you now it was 8. And I had the privilege of chairing the group. The intellect and the experience embodied in those people there is second to none. And I can tell you now that there was a lot of rich debate during the course of last year as we grappled with the terms of reference and then making sure that we honed that experience and that intellect and indeed the opinions that come with it to address things and give outputs that will be valuable to you, to ICW, and to industry as a way of raising awareness and getting people to think about collaborative working, and in particular collaborative leadership. So we set out to answer 4 key questions that you can see there. What do we mean when we talk about collaborative leadership? What are the skills, competencies, and attributes of the collaborative leader? Do we have the right training and development collateral available, either across industry or within ICW, to address those competencies, to measure those competencies? Question. Right, what is our proposed definition of collaborative learning for industry? Because so much of being a professional institution and driving the emergence of a profession, and I believe that collaborative working is an emerging profession with all of the hallmarks of a profession: people, process, systems, competencies, accreditation, and standard language. All professions are based on common defined language. And our definition of collaborative leadership that we offer up is the ability to deftly move between leadership styles and role model behaviours through a blend of intellectual, emotional, and linguistic attributes that embed a collaborative working culture in your sphere of influence. Sphere of influence. I like that. You might also think in terms of community of practice. Just raise your hand if you're familiar with the phrase community of practice. Okay, that's we'll talk about spheres of influence and communities of practice as we go. That's the opening gambit of our insight paper, and we believe it is a definition that will withstand scrutiny and will work as a reference point going forward. But it's always good to have some context, some embellishment for a definition, so it's not simply dry. And I'm sure that as that definition percolates with a number of you, we start to ask questions: what about this, what about that mean, and how can I apply it? Does it sit with me? So let's provide some context, which I think will bring that definition into sharp relief. The first thing that as a SIG, we spent some time debating, and I'm sure many in the room will be familiar with the established 8 styles of leadership. I'm not going to list them, we'll test them, let me relax. But we had a debate, and a key component, firstly, in our definition is that being a collaborative leader, being collaborative leadership is not in itself a ninth or competing style of leadership.